So, hope people got to relax. I hope you got some goodies. I hope you got to spend that family time. That's the most important thing. I am joined here by my guy Sergio. Sergio, how you doing today, man?
Omilli, how are you? Thanks
Um,
for having me again.
yes,
Wow, still
yes.
rusty.
Yeah,
It's been a while.
you're right.
Mm.
It feels like it's been a long time, but that's what happens here. But how are you doing, man?
Oh, good, really good.
Hmm.
Just had a very hectic holiday.
Yeah.
Went to North Carolina with my son to visit my dad and two of my brothers and a
Hmm.
niece and a nephew,
Hmm.
and we spent a few days out there. And when you're out there, it's really, because when you're home, you have a routine and you have
Yes.
control over everything. But when you're visiting, another family and you're with your son and
Hmm.
your dad and brothers and everybody else, you don't really have time to do much else. So even though I was planning on doing some work,
Yeah.
I got to do just a little bit of work, a lot less than what I was hoping to do. So yeah,
that that is a really good point because you can't really control your schedule, and people want to see you, they want to do things, they haven't seen you in a while, so you have to make sure you're putting in that time for them as well. And I'm sure your kid wants
it's
to
hard.
yeah, I don't know if he had cousins and stuff there, so he's trying to do his own thing, but so you could
Yeah, he
go in
has two
thinking,
cousins he played with. Yeah,
oh,
my
see,
one niece and one nephew. But then you have to entertain everyone, right? Because you're kind of
yeah,
there entertaining each other, right? They're entertaining
yeah.
you, you're entertaining them, and then what is it? You're kind of at everyone's mercy in terms of time and what you can do, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so
But yeah, so it feel like these past 2 weeks or so, it feels like we only did the productivity wise what we would have done in like 2 or 3 days on a normal week, right?
mhm.
But we're back into the swing of things now. So
Love it, love
yeah,
it. Yeah, and it's only what, the second. So yeah, we're everyone's trying to get back to it. I know everyone with the kiddos go. I guess for you guys, they'll be going back to school next week as well, right?
yeah.
They had a
Monday,
little
my
break.
son goes to school. Yep.
Yeah, so
Hmm.
schedule should be getting back to the regular. We are live on YouTube, so D is here. D, I don't know if you can speak and say hello at least.
Hello, hello. Happy New Year, Mary.
Hey,
Happy New Year, Sergio, and everybody listening.
Happy New Year.
Happy New
hey
Year.
D. Thank you so much to the good folks at True Media for putting us on YouTube. Absolutely love it. Um,
Oh, you know what? I should have. I just
mhm,
thought about it.
mhm,
I shared your space on the Instagram stories for Fanable, but I
mhm.
probably should have linked to the YouTube because more
Ooh,
people are. YouTube is accessible to anyone, right? So
yeah.
going forward, we'll just link the YouTube Fanable
Yes,
Fridays
please.
on the Instagram stories and Facebook stories too. So it kind of transfers over there as well.
One thing we've always known that you can't forget the Facebook fam. A lot of people forgot about the Facebook fam. We can't forget them. Who was
Now we
Ben?
can. That's my roots. Facebook. That's how I
Yeah,
got into
man.
this whole thing.
That's how I know
That's
my guy Sergio. That's someone's trying to come up named Benny, but I
okay.
think they're gonna try to show something. Benny, just hang out for a little bit, man. We could do we could do AMA later, or you can ask questions. Okay, so we're gonna get right to business now, and I want to start with the app getting a nice, beautiful update. Can we start there?
Yes. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes.
We. And by the way, next week we'll have another update. What we're gonna have in the next update is I don't know if I'm getting ahead of myself, but
Hmm.
next week we're gonna do finally. These are the type of things that seem like so low hanging fruit that should have
Hmm.
been implemented from the get go. But believe it or not, we are gonna finally launch in-app notifications. So you already do get in-app notifications, right? Like if somebody makes
Yep.
an offer on your product, but we're going to be able to push notifications. Like, for example, if we are doing a restock, right?
Hmm.
You'll be getting a notification directly from us about a restock or any type of communication we
Oh.
want to do. Or, let's say we open up the secret kiosk and we want to give everyone like a 15-minute window.
Mm-hmm.
We'll do we'll push the notifications in app through that system. But that's something that it will finally be enabled on the next app release, which we're aiming for possibly by Wednesday of
Mm-hmm.
next week. Um, and we're working on other stuff too, but that's one of the key features that we're going to release in the next update. Now,
Love it.
for
Love it.
the most recent one, which was on Christmas Eve, it was
Yep.
pushed. Well, right now, and guys, try it out. Maybe I hope it's working, but it's working for me, so I hope it works for you guys. But you can finally browse the Fanable app while
Oops.
listening, while listening to the to this podcast, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
if you remember, every time you go to the Fanable app, it just kind of stops the podcast, right? You couldn't do both, but now you can.
That part, no people really asking for that, so that was great. The watch lists obviously are there.
Yeah, so the
Uh,
watch list we had already enabled that on
mm-hmm.
the desktop version, right?
Yes,
We're treating desktop release almost as like the
like a
sort of
beta.
beta.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly, yes,
Mm-hmm.
like a beta thing. Like we'll push it out on the desktop, right? See if there are any feedback, anything that we might have not caught, and that's what it was. There were a few things we needed to fix, and then once we tweak it and we polish it, we'll go ahead and push it to the native apps. So yeah, that
Beautiful.
that was released, the watch list. So now watch list is available for everyone. And the cool thing about that is as you're browsing through certain products, it'll add it to your profile under the watch list tab. So that's another
Okay.
thing.
I think even Matthews had been asking for that. So yeah, beautiful. Now, for anybody who wasn't here, Sergio, last time there was a couple ideas from the community about making it kind of fairer for the pack purchases with cooldowns. Could you kind of explain to
Yeah,
us
we
what that
did.
means?
So it's already implemented on the latest
Mm-hmm.
release.
Yep.
We did get some DM, some feedback. So we probably will be making some changes, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the way it works, you can only make one transactions every. You have to wait 15 seconds right now to make an additional transaction, right?
Okay.
So it's based on a number of transactions, whereas before you could theoretically, and this is, I don't know if it was actually it was done or it's just speculation, but technically someone could have opened different tabs, right? Let's say there were 100 items
Mm-hmm.
remaining, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the grail was still available. Someone could theoretically, again, I'm not, no accusations, we don't really know if someone did this, but it could have technically been done, where
Mm-hmm.
you can open different tabs and just max out the amount of the quantity and then just
Oh
start hitting
wow.
buy now, buy now, buy now. So
Yeah.
right now the system won't let you make more than one transaction per 15 seconds, right? So that you can't just do it all at once like that. You have to wait at least 15 seconds per transaction.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
And
Okay.
that's, because, is that too much? Is it too little? I know in the DMs, someone said to us that that it should be reduced. So we gotta, see whether or not 15 seconds is too long.
Yeah.
Gather some more feedback, make some adjustments. But we started at 15 seconds, and we're just kind of getting a feel
I think
for.
that's good, but yeah, guys, let me not forget to say this. This is the space for you guys to, hear directly from the man himself, Sergio. Any suggestions, any questions you have, this is the place. If you are stuck at work, I know it's middle of the day here in the East Coast, and it's the morning in the West Coast, so you might not be able to actually come up. Well, hopefully you're on a little Christmas break, but put your question at the bottom right in the comment box and I will read it out to Sergio. So I want everyone to be heard. And guys, everything we're going through right now on this list came from community members asking for things. So uh, the lovely thing I love about Fanable is they'll listen to the fam, they'll go try to implement something, and it doesn't mean it could be perfect the first time. It might need a couple of iterations, or whatever. But the point is they're actually listening and doing it in real time. This wasn't that long ago that people brought up this pack thing. So for it to be
Yeah,
getting
the
worked on
cool
already
down
and it's
period.
live, yeah, like it's actually incredible. But these ideas come from the fam, and I think that's why people love using the app, is because it's actually being made with ideas from the people. So do not feel shy to let Sergio know anything you'd like to see, anything you don't really like that much, except like if you're not hitting the drop, don't complain about that, because I will be the first to complain. Now,
Absolutely.
okay, now this says a smarter address entry via Google Places. What does that mean exactly?
So now this is something that developers have been working on. This isn't
Hmm.
something that like I approached them on, but apparently when you fill out a form, like when you're submitting items, you
Yeah.
have to go in there and manually enter the entire address. And now with the new app
Oh.
update, you should see like options for address, like pre-filled type of thing. Like you start typing,
Okay.
let's say 123 Jackson Road, right?
Yeah.
It'll
Yeah.
start
Yeah.
giving you like different 123 Jackson Roads that are from different places, right? And then you can just select which one is yours. That's my
Oh.
understanding of it. I didn't even test out that
Yeah.
feature. That's
Okay.
something that they were working on, but it's to make the form filling out process smoother and less
Yeah.
cumbersome and time consuming, right? Because I don't like the idea of having to type everything out, right? Not
Yeah.
nowadays, you know.
Yeah. And everything goes back to, making it very user friendly. So I love that, because we all have to type stuff in, and it really helps when you hit that little drop down and already got your shit there. You don't have to type it every
Hmm.
single time. I love little things like that. I think really help, because one thing, when people are happy, they'll stick around on the site. We all know that. If you're
Ooh,
having issues on the site, you just close it down and go do something else. So love that. Absolutely love that. And I can't wait to see what else they're working on.
I'm glad you mentioned that. So
Hmm.
another thing we currently the purchase flow is going to change. It's all going to be in one page. So on
Hmm.
right now, when you hit buy now, right, you have to go through like 4 or 5 different screens before you finalize the transaction. The new app update that we're going to push, along
Oh.
with the Google Pay and Apple Pay feature,
Hmm.
you'll hit the buy now button, but everything will be presented in one page that you can scroll down to, right? And just finalize the transaction there. So it won't be multiple screens like it is currently now, which I think it's a pain as well. So
Yeah.
all will be on one single page. You hit buy now, it'll pop up a screen, you scroll down a little, on the app, and you'll see the sort of the complete transaction button. So that'll be something that's coming along with Google Pay and Apple Pay integration. That's a big thing that we're putting at the very top of our list, and it's being worked
Wow.
on. They're kind of we already did the design flow right now. They're just making
Hmm.
sure that all that stuff is working as it should on the back end.
Beautiful. Yeah. See,
Hmm.
this is why, because that's a point Sir Josie we're gonna bring up. That's why we have to have these convos. And now we can look forward to that update as well. And oh yeah, I have a disclaimer here, and I hope I don't get tomatoes thrown at me by Raven and Hinano and D and Biggest Bro, because I missed Tuesday's episode of Virtual Radio. So I missed the fan club. You can't do that, D. I never miss it. Can a man be? Damn it. So anything I may have missed there that you want to bring up, thank you, Mains, that you might want to bring up here, D, for the people who may have not been there. Yeah, you guys are so brutal, bro. I try my best to be everywhere, man.
I'm
I
trolling you with
I
my
know, and I feel so
emoticon.
bad because I love these guys, but I think I had a space, and it just, I don't know, maybe Vivi announced something, so I just never closed the space. And by the time I realized it, it was like 10 minutes before. Virtual radio closes. So yeah, I got screwed up there. So I know I'm always missing some alpha there, and I want to make sure I don't miss it here. That's pretty much why I'm bringing that up. But first, we'll go to Mainzy, who is here. Mainzy is from the Collectors Hub, YouTube. If you don't know, get familiar with the Collectors Hub. Mainzy, what's up?
I appreciate you, my brother. Thank you for the space. Thank you for the show. Just wanted to say hi to everybody as well. Shout out to the fan club team. What's up, D? What's up, everyone in the space? And of course, my guy Sergio. I just wanted to highlight what you did in the week that I don't think you realized is that there was a feedback on the CGC slabs for the cards, right? And then you just came
Yes.
straight out and
Oh
explained the
yeah.
whole article. So I just wanted to give you that as well and to say thank you. It was education for me, and yeah, I'm just intrigued. As you said, CGC, hopefully as well. I would hope with more eyes on the app this year that they're able to hop in here too. But yeah, I just wanted to say that to you guys. Great work.
Thanks for bringing that up. Yeah. So yeah, let me give a little background on that. So I did get some feedback from members regarding, why so many CGC slabs, right? Now, for context, in the comic book space, that's a really good thing, right? Because CGC is considered the standard for comic book slabs, right? That's what people consider sort of the best. And obviously, there's a lot of some people love the way that CBCS labs look, right? They love that. PSA just started. They got into the comic book slab business a few months ago, so they're kind of new to comic book slabbing, so they haven't really quite established themselves yet in comics. But CGC is the king of slabbing comic books, right? So we from the comic book side look at CGC as like, hey, this is the best slab to have in terms of value, right? Because that usually fetches the most value in the secondary marketplace. And when you see all these record breaking auctions, they're always CGC slabs, right? But in the card space, that's not what it is. PSA is king, right? PSA is the established player in the graded space for trading cards. So it's basically the CGC of cards, right? Now, the issue here is that, yeah, they get more value, right? So if you get a PSA 10 versus a CGC 10, the PSA is going to get 20-30% more than the same card graded CGC 10 by CGC. Um, but
Is that
remember,
because of hype,
it's,
Sergio?
you
Is that
know,
because of hype?
here's what I think, it's perception, right? It's the same thing happens actually in comics, right? You can have a CBCS 9.8 or a CGC 9.8, and the 9.8 by CGC fetches a 20 to 30% premium over the CBCS, even if it's the same exact comic, even if you're reslabbing it, right, or crossing it over. It doesn't matter. It's just the market perception. It's kind of like, because CGC is the first one to establish itself in the marketplace, they got a foothold and they're essentially a monopoly in comics. People just trust CGC more. Now, whether that's valid or not, it doesn't really matter because that's what the market wants, right? They're saying we consider CGC in comics as sort of the premium product compared to CBCS. And of course, if you like CBCS, you might take offense to that because you're thinking, well, no, I like CBCS slabs. They present better. It's the same comic. Why should it be any different? Unfortunately, it's not up to us. It's what the market says, right? And the market already decided that a CGC on a comic book slab is going to get a 20 to 30% premium in the secondary. It's not really up to us, right? And now that's the other way around with PSAs, right? PSA commands typically, generally speaking, a 20 to 30% premium on CGC. And I think it's the same exact reason. I don't think PSA is a better grader or that CGC is any better or worse. It's just market perception. PSA was the first one to enter the market. They established a monopoly. CGC was late in the game. Now they've gained significant market share over the past couple of years. So even though they came in very late into grading cards, they've actually been gaining a lot of market share. I just saw a report published by Gem, I think it's called Gem something, I forget. They're on Twitter. But what they do is they publish all the data pertaining how many cards are slabbed by each grader in the card space. And although PSA continues to get like, I don't know, like 70% market share compared to the rest of them, the growth from CGC year over year was like 108% compared to like 52 or 53% year over year growth for PSA. So CGC is growing faster in the card space than PSA, but PSA is still by and far the market leader, right? And perception wise, it's still what people are willing to pay more for, even if it's the same exact card, same exact condition. People just pay more for a PSA slab in the card space.
I appreciate you, Sergio. I'm going to hop down, guys. I just wanted to highlight what you did where there were some concerns and you came straight out on the timeline and give everybody like a huge article. And of course, man, I thank you for the education as always, Serge. Omilli,
Thank you.
dope, bro.
You know,
Let's go.
I haven't flexed my my sort of I used to write those type of things, and actually people that know me from the Facebook group, Omilli, you know
Yep.
how I used to write these like, you know, novel format type
Yeah.
of stuff. So I just haven't had time to write anything lately, right? But I just feel like this was something that let me just sit down, let me put something together just to clarify so that people understand that when you have a $15 poke kiosk, right? You can't fill it in with PSA slabs because then we'd have to raise the price, right? Because they cost more. So in order for us to be able to do a $15 entry point product like that base poke kiosk, we have to. We don't really have a choice. We have to go with CGC slabs because they're cheaper. They even cost less to grade, right? So they're cheaper to grade. They're cheaper to buy in the secondary, right? Whereas the PSA, let's say it was PSA cards, we probably would have had to double the price of that $15 pole kiosk, right? Now we can still put the chases, right, and the grails for that kiosk PSAs, right? But the sort of the floor cards, they have to be CGCs in order for us to make that price point work.
Mhm. And basically, before you drop down, I just want to ask you because now I know you kind of have a thing with your son now because I think he likes Pokemon cards.
Facts, bro. Yeah, he got into sort of late last year, but now he's just crazy over them, bro. Yeah, absolutely crazy.
Do you know what got him into it? Because he's pretty young, right?
You want my honest answer?
Mm-hmm.
He was watching, I think, he was watching K-pop Demon Hunters, which then led him to YouTube, and then somehow from that there was a huge fan who was also into card collecting that's got a YouTube channel. I have to get the actual name, and he does like unboxing, and you know what? It's crazy, right? These kids love unboxing shows. Whether it's toys, cards, it doesn't matter. They just love unboxing shows, and that's where we found it, bro. So, and then he came to me, Dad, and said, but then he had like a little idea because just quickly, I had some cards back when we first joined from some other projects that have been in the space. So he sort of was like intrigued then, but me being dad and thinking that these cards were going to be something, I never let him anywhere near them. But obviously now...
those hero cards?
They was.
Oh,
exactly
okay.
So, and I had some good ones as well. Low mints, some of the ones that were only like a one of them.
Damn.
And I wouldn't let him anywhere near them. But now, obviously, he's got his own cards. He's very careful with how he opens the packs. He sort of learns from the people on screen, right? And and we got some hits over Christmas. So yeah, pretty cool.
Are you planning on getting those hits graded by any chance?
This is the next step. I've never had the experience to grade a slab or a card. I've been gifted a slab in the past, which I've got, which I think they look absolutely insane. But I've never had the experience. So that will be yeah, the next step. Yeah.
And who are you going with? PSA, CGC?
Knew he was going to ask me this question. How you doing this to me, Sergio? I don't know, and this is why I found your blog article very interesting because it's
Hmm.
education for me as a new person into the card collecting space. So yeah, it's going to have to be from I don't know. Again, I'm sort of stuck in the middle. Who do I choose? Who do I go with? Of
Yeah.
course, I know there's a premium on top now, but who's to say where CGC are going to be in 5 years from graded?
Exactly. Yeah, and they are
You
growing
never know, right?
faster and they're gaining a lot of market share. But right, they're cheaper to grade, but they also get cheaper, they get less value in the secondary. So it's one of those things that what do you value more, right?
Yeah. I absolutely love hearing about the new collectors, the new kids, because obviously we're hearing the card game is just blowing up more and more, and it's not just people kind of revisiting their old love for it. Obviously, that's a big part of it, but there's also a lot of new kids joining in. So I want to hear more stories of how they're finding this stuff, and then we kind of see how that grows. But that's amazing, Mainzy. It's awesome.
Let's go, guys. I appreciate you. I do have to hop down, but yeah, great show, great stuff as always.
All
Appreciate
right,
you,
man.
mister.
Thank you for
Thank
the
you so
amazing
much.
question. We'll catch you later. The Collectors Hub, everyone. If you're not following that account, you should have really nice interviews with people all around this space, the collecting space. Obviously, special artists coming through tonight, street artists. So we'll be there later on after the
Who's
bus
there
stops.
tonight?
Chris, I don't know how to say, I always forget how to say his last name, is a street artist. But what I'm thinking
Ooh.
is we can try and work on getting him on Vivi, because there's a connection.
Oh.
Yeah. Um Chris RWK. I'm not sure how you like pronounce that, but Chris RWK, really cool artist. He makes these like little robot things. And I'm thinking, London Police is already there. Our guy D-Roy, who works with London Police, is the one who brings them onto the Vivi app. Could definitely bring this guy there, and I think he would do really well. So we're gonna have him tonight to just chat, and this could be one of those times where we're chatting to an artist before they end up on the platform, which I think is really cool, just to build up that relationship.
That is so cool. I
Yeah,
just
man,
followed him on Twitter here.
perfect.
And yeah. It looks very
Looks
unique
dope,
art.
right? Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, man. Okay, so guys in the crowd, once again, welcome, Happy New Year's. I'm getting a lot of Happy New Year's down there. Um, I want to give a quick shout out to my guy John. I always have to send a personal invite to John in case he can come through on his lunch or something. He says, "I tried it out. This is the music in the background while you're doing your shopping." He said, "I tried it out with K-pop playing in the background, and of course, playing in the background, of course, and it works. No interruptions. Great job,
Oh,
Fanable team.
good.
Yes, and it's always
Good.
good if John is happy because if he's not, you'll hear about it." Shout out to my guy. Um, a lot of Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's. Yeah. Guys, feel free.
You,
Any
you know
questions,
what?
drop them there.
Millie, so on the Fanable Twitter page, we said that a listener would be eligible for a giveaway. So I don't know. What should they? I'm thinking maybe a comment or something that only
Oh yeah.
people
Okay.
listening,
Let
and
me.
that way. But also the winner should be announced at the end of this thing because we want to make sure that it's the people tuning in that is eligible
Yes.
for that. So maybe they can put in I don't know. You figure out Poke Kiosk or whatever you
Okay.
come up with. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'll come up with something real quick. In the meantime, Sergio, if you can hit the background and send me a couple of the links that I need to do for the giveaways. I don't think we have that many,
No,
but
because we
mhm,
actually restocked over the holidays. So I know we restocked the fire Poke Kiosk, the base Poke Kiosk,
mhm.
but we didn't do that whole retweet thing.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
It was sort of that's all the time we had to do, and I don't know. The staff we gave 3 days off for the Christmas holiday and 2 days off for the New Year's holiday. So, guys, apologize for the delays in delivering giveaways and doing all this stuff. It's just
Mhm.
been kind of crazy for everybody, just the whole
Yeah,
staff, right? And then,
exactly.
we have a lot of people from different countries, like in Europe. These people, when they take holidays, they take holidays. You know,
Yeah,
it's not like two or
it's
three
only
days.
you know what? It's only when and I love spaces and internet culture because now we get to learn about different cultures and around the world, and yeah, you realize people out there like, wait, your Christmas break is like 4 days? No, we get like 2 weeks. We get I think it's like in Italy where lunch is like 2 hours. I'm like, yo, what is happening over
Seriously.
here? What we've been
It's
getting
like
ripped
in
off.
You know how in Spain they have those siestas, right? Like in the
Yeah,
middle of the day, they close up
like
all their
wait.
shops. I'm like, what the
Two
heck?
hour
Like,
you could go home, eat, and take a nap, and then go back to work. And we've been lied to about this American dream where you just need to work 80 hours a week.
but you know what? It's a culture clash. I remember,
It is.
to me, that was a culture shock too.
Hmm.
I went to Barcelona, Spain, Tarragona, Spain,
Hmm.
and but we pulled up in what port was that? In Rota. Yeah, in Rota, Spain. So I was aboard the 22nd Marine Expeditionary Unit, LHD-5 USS Bataan, and we went to Rota, and then from there you go into other parts, right, just to hang out and have fun.
Hmm.
And I remember when they went on their siestas, I'm like, are you kidding me? I have to wait like 2 hours for these stores to open so I can eat, you know?
Yeah,
I can't believe that. You know, it was wild, but yeah, it's a culture difference. The expectations are very different.
that is very very funny. Okay, um, I'm just gonna make sure because we missed last week. I'm wondering if the week, we still have a few tweets from before Christmas, like the week
Probably.
before.
Let's see. Let's
Yeah.
see. Let's see.
Hmm.
Guys. By next week, by Monday or Tuesday, the latest, everything should be fully caught up. I know that we did some airdrops on Tuesday. Tuesday, we delivered a bunch of stuff that I think was from like 2 weeks before that.
Hmm.
But by this upcoming Tuesday, we should be caught up with everything, right? Because
Perfecto.
it should be easy and simple, but believe it or not, so this has to be added to a spreadsheet, and then someone has to go in there and do the manual airdrops, right? So it's
Hmm.
not like an automated or one button type of
Yeah.
thing. And because people have had, developers including, have had so much time off these past 2 weeks for the holidays, it's sort of delayed a lot of things. But by Tuesday, we should be caught up with everything.
Okay, perfect. I had a random, just nosy question.
Mhm.
Do we know the person who hit the AF-15 this time?
Oh my God, I saw that. It's our friend Apple. He went and
Wow.
he bought, I think, like 100 cases, something like that, all in one go. He just went and did his thing, and he got the Amazing Fantasy 15 comic. Hmm. Yeah, yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Do you
But
know
it
if he bought
wasn't
a bunch
cheap.
or?
He bought a lot. I think it was like 100 cases he bought. Yeah, yeah,
Oh, well deserved.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
this. I gotta come clean here so I can get laughed at by the people. But I'm not gonna lie. There was a day, I don't know what day it was, maybe Christmas Eve or whatever. It was still there. The thing was still there, and I closed my eyes and I hit that button for the legendary, and I tried to manifest that shit, bro. I
Did it
tried to,
work?
no, because
No.
Apple got it.
Oh man, yeah, yeah. No, he's
I
one of
tried,
the whales on the
yeah.
platform for sure. Yeah.
I bought like two cases. He bought 100. He deserved it. I bought like two, and I was thinking, um, and I'm like, I must have been watching the YouTube videos that tell you to manifest stuff, and really gotta believe it's in your hands. I was I was sitting there. I'm like, what are you gonna do with the 18 grand? I have the 18 grand already in my hands. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna, luckily I'm not like, I don't have any debt or anything, but I'm like, I could help my sister do this. I could help my brother do that. And then I'll buy some Bitcoin. And then I hit that button, bro. I didn't get it. But shout out to our guy, Apple.
No,
Yeah,
that's
he
awesome, Millie. You're so positive. You believe in yourself. That's the way to do it, man.
Right? It's
Every
gonna happen at some point.
so, right? Yeah.
Oh, but Omilli, didn't you hit one of the? You hit a grail from the base, didn't
I
you?
that's
Like
how I
a
bel
couple of
that
weeks ago.
that's why I believe in manifesting. Yeah,
All right, okay. So yeah, it happens. It
it
happens.
does. It does.
It doesn't
Uh,
always happen,
it
right?
doesn't
Because
always
it can't
happen.
always happen, but it happens.
Exactly. But with people who say I never win, oh my gosh, what's the point? I think they have like really bad luck. So I really believe I don't want to be one of those people, but I really do believe you just gotta think positively and all that. Okay, so I see some
Real
links
quick,
here.
Omilli,
Hmm.
I sent you the link, but maybe before we go much further, because the winter's
Oh
going to be
crap!
shorter, right?
Yes, yes, yes,
Tell
yes.
the listening audience what they should type in
Okay,
to
guys,
qualify for a giveaway specifically for the listeners that are
this
tuning in
is
live.
this is what you're gonna do, guys. Go right into the comments. Right, we'll keep it in this space. So it is secret
Mhm.
alpha for the 40 of us in here. So like 37 of you guys. You're gonna go there in the comments and just type in very simple hashtag Fanable Fridays. Now, you guys know I'm an a-hole sometimes. If I see you spell it wrong, you can't win, bro. I don't care.
Ooh.
You you gotta
Wait,
you
what
gotta
if instead of plural Fanable Fridays, they type in Fanable Friday? Does that still qualify?
nope. You
No, it
gotta
has
have
to
the
be
S.
Fridays with an
Yeah,
S.
yes, you gotta put because we're
Ooh.
here. We're gonna be here for the community. Like I said, it New Year, but the commitment is the same to stay committed to the community. So we gotta put S because we're making this a thing for people, even like a casual listener, and we've had a couple. They need to know that it is weekly. It is unless it's Christmas, we are gonna be here doing the show. So go in there and just put Fanable Fridays, one S. You don't have to be extra like
No, does it
me.
have to be hashtag or just
Hashtag helps.
hashtag Fanable Fridays?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that helps with the algorithm. So
Hashtag Fanable
hashtag
Fridays.
Fanable Fridays, one
So,
S.
guys, here's how it goes. It's only for people listening now, right?
Yes,
And then
yes,
that type then because the winner will be announced at the end of this
exactly. You have
podcast, right?
15 minutes, guys. 15 minutes to get it done. That should be more than enough time. If you have to say you have the bubble guts, for anybody who doesn't know what that means, tell
Bubble
your
guts.
yeah. If you have to tell your, because someone might be sitting in a cubicle, they can't grab their phone.
Oh
Tell
yeah, yeah.
tell the boss that you have bubble guts. That means you ate something last night. It's not agreeing with your stomach, and you have to run to the
Taco Bell
bathroom.
for Jam. We
Yeah,
know he likes to go there, so
yeah.
we know
Taco
what his
Bell,
excuse is.
Taco Bell. John is in the building.
Refried
Um,
beans, man.
he
Refried
that's all
beans.
he's gonna say. Hey, he's gonna say, "Hey, boss, I had the crunchy wrap
Taco
supreme, whatever."
Supreme. Yeah,
Yeah,
Crunchy Taco Supreme.
and then they'll let him go to the bathroom. So do whatever you gotta do so you can go out there and type in hashtag Fanable Fridays. And I'm being careful. I don't want you to do it at your desk, and then get in trouble, right?
I mean, are they really gonna? I hope they let you like sneak in, like where you can open your
I don't wanna.
phone.
I don't wanna guess. Some places are
Man,
like, yeah, like you're in jail when you're
no.
working. So
I
I feel
remember
like
when I. Yeah, sorry.
oh sorry.
No, no, no. Go ahead.
I want to say I feel like Omilli is speaking from experience because he knows all about it.
Hmm.
So
Yeah. Have you
about the
been
bubble guts?
oppressed at
yeah.
work? Yeah.
Oh, the repressed at
Yeah.
work.
Nazis
Luckily,
as
luckily, I never really had
bosses.
the repressed thing at work. Been working for myself for a while, so that's great. But I try to think of others. And the bubble guts, I don't really get it because I'm very picky in what I eat. But once again, I'm just thinking about others like
I've
John.
seen you eating that oxtail. Yeah, that don't give you
Oh,
bubble
that does
guts,
not give
man.
you bubble guts. Yeah,
Mm.
it does not.
The rice
Now,
mixed with the beans.
now,
What you know about that? You're not ready for that.
oh, what? Of course. Now,
No, no, no.
if you eat some Indian food sometimes or some Chinese food, you might end up with little bubble guts. If you're lactose intolerant and
I've been to Indian buffets. I haven't gotten bubble butts from that yet.
that's the
Bubble,
only
wait, the
that's the
guts.
only time I ever got it actually was a Chinese buffet.
Really?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh man, I love me my pork fried rice, fried
Oh,
chicken. Yeah.
same,
Mm.
same. But anyways, if you're
Mm.
lactose intolerant and through the Christmas you get a little eggnog, you start doing shit that you're not supposed to be
Okay,
doing.
I had to come up
You're
here, so
definitely
you
gonna
guys
get
are
the
being
bubble guts.
ridiculous up here right now. I shouldn't even be up here right now, but I just want to
Uh,
say Happy
you can
Boxing
relate.
Day.
You can relate.
Enough of the bubblegum
Okay,
conversation.
okay.
No, but no, seriously, guys. Congratulations on a great 2025. It's going to be a great 2026. Happy Boxing Day. Millie, you're crazy for having a show on your Canadian holiday. Enjoy the rest of the day after the
Hey,
Wait,
situation.
it's a Canadian holiday. What's
It
going on in
is. It's
Canada?
Boxing
yeah,
Day. It's like
Bo-
their Christmas Day after they rewrap the presents and re-gift them to other people. They had to open them again.
Wait, I
So
thought that was a British. Wasn't that? I thought it was
it's British
a
and
British
Canada,
holiday.
but that's the day after Christmas, the 26th, not like the second.
Oh,
Um,
so wait, you celebrate that British holiday then? Okay, you
yeah,
see, that's why I think you can never become a 51st state like Trump wants you to.
because of stuff like that.
yeah, I
You're
think he
right.
still participates in the Commonwealth Games.
Yeah. So that's the thing here.
Really?
Uh,
Wow,
okay,
wow.
okay. So guys, anybody who's in here, shout to my guy Frenchie. Video Shane came through. Chris Severs. One
I
day we're
see
gonna have
High Road in the house.
we're gonna have a war of who can write better long form content, Sergio or Chris Severs. Those are my two people I go to. You want to see 10 paragraphs about a topic, those are two people you got to
But
go
I've
to.
been out of the game, dude. Like
You've been
half
out of the
packs,
game,
I
that's true.
really, yeah. Like I haven't really had because those are the type of things that I like to be in a mindset where I can focus, right?
Yeah.
And so, but remember in the Facebook group, it was every single day I would write my
Yeah.
opinions and thought pieces, and I enjoyed it. I just love doing that. I actually love it, right?
Yeah.
But I think give it to Chris because I've been out of the game, man. I've been out of the game.
Damn, doing a
Yeah.
white flag. Okay, hold on, let me make sure people are doing the thing.
Fanable Fridays, right? By
Hmm.
the way, do we have time we didn't even talk about the God Pack, right? We never even
What
touched upon that.
that is what's next
We
on my
just
list
dropped that
here.
on you guys. We didn't even like lead up to. We
Please
just boom. We
talk
just
to us
put it
about the
out
God
there.
Pack,
There's more. By the
and I
way,
love it.
there's more God Pack mechanisms coming up and then probably in the next few days, certainly by the middle of next week, just so you know. So you'll see a silver God pack and a bronze God pack. Basically, it's a way to give you choices because let's say you're a DC fan, right? And you see the Grail being a Batman comic. You may have no interest in DC Grails, right? But you might be interested in a Marvel, like a Spider Man Grail, right? So God packs are designed to give you choices rather than just being stuck, quote unquote, with one particular grail. That's basically what it unlocks. It gives you a choice to select which of those items listed in that particular God pack, right? That you want to redeem. If you want to redeem it. Now, you don't have to, right? You can also just take the buyback, right? But it's about choices. But you will see a silver one and a copper one by next week as well. And so, yeah,
And also the kiosks are on the comic book side will get God
on the
packs.
comic books, yeah, but it'll be cases, right? So next week you'll see the gold, silver, and bronze on the pole kiosks, right? But with the and that's something we're in the middle of debating what we're gonna call the comic book version of the God Pack because God Pack is a real thing in the trading card space. It already exists. So just for context, if you've never heard of what a God Pack is, right? It's not an original idea from Fanable. It's something that already exists. So basically, what some manufacturers or even like certain places will just insert like only grails inside of a pack. So when you open it, you'll see a bunch of like one of ones or like very rare to get cards, but it's just full of that. That's all it has. So God Packs is already an established sort of product in the trading card space. We're just bringing it to the digital world, right? And it's basically giving you the option to choose which grail you want. But the concept of a God pack in the physical space is already a thing. you open it, and instead of getting one sort of hard to get chase, it's just full of chases, is what it is.
Holy crap!
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't
And
think they
so,
even have a name for that on the comic book side. So it's awesome that you're providing that on the comic book side over here in Fanable.
mhm,
Exactly. See, we're kind of learning from one space and transferring that over into the comic book space. But
bingo.
yeah, you'll see that also with comics as well. The trading cards, all three are ready to go, but we'll go ahead and we already did the trial thing with the gold one last week. That worked out well. Next week we're gonna push out all three of them: the gold, silver, and copper, or bronze rather.
Sweet. We did have about 10 people show up. Guys, if you're listening and you're, maybe you
10, I
have a
see like
chance,
45 comments. You
yeah,
mean for
people,
the, I
for
see
the
more than
giveaway.
10. Are you sure that you, wait, I see more than, let me see, Fanable Friday, Fanable Friday, Fanable Friday.
No, there's a
I don't know,
lot.
man.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
10 people just came into the space. That's why we're getting more comments. But in case you haven't had a chance, please, guys, you go into the comment box. That's a little button at the bottom right. You click there, and then you're going to type in hashtag Fanable Fridays. Hashtag Fanable Fridays. That's all you have to do. And we will be giving away a mystery case live in this space. So it's only for the people who are actually on the show, just to, from the team, to give thanks to you guys for showing us love here.
Gotcha. Actually, for the past 20 seconds, I couldn't hear because I was getting a call. And even after I hit end, it was still silent. So I'm back, I think.
Oh,
Right?
perfect. Perfect. We do got the chicken man here. Sloppy, are you there?
I'm fashionably late. Mm,
I know
Slops.
I know if you're late because you're busy, buddy. How you feeling?
I need a nap. If I'm being honest, I need a nap. What a long
Wait,
week.
are you working today?
Yeah, I'm working right now.
Gotcha. Keeping them busy.
Speaking about working, Slops knows that I sent him a DM the second the clock struck midnight on January 1st to start bugging him about where my comics are going to get scanned in. I was like, I gave you moratorium for like a month. I gave you grace for the kiosk, but it's time to hit you hard because it's a new year, baby.
Wait, let me ask you because I know that Brinks is finally caught up, so I'm assuming it got scanned, right? Are
Ooh.
there comics you sent in that
Yeah, Slops
haven't been?
checked. Yeah, it was something I sent in December 5th, and then it got delivered, and then it just took a while
Mm,
to get put in because it was behind the queue of all the Pokemon cards and all
the
that.
Pokiosk,
So,
yeah.
so he
Because I
did,
know we were.
yeah. So he did look it up, and he said, "Oh, I see it is in the scanning queue, so it's gonna happen soon. It didn't disappear."
When was the last time you checked? When was the last time? Because as of Tuesday, my understanding is that everything was caught up.
I'm
So,
paranoid, so it's like every 15 minutes. So 15 minutes ago, it still
oh
wasn't scanned
damn.
in. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, well, Slaps, yeah. Let's yeah, tag me later or something. Let's talk about it. But yeah, my understanding is that everything is fully caught up as of Tuesday at Brinks. So
Hmm.
if that hasn't been scanned, I need to
Yep,
know.
has not been scanned. And I do have to
I
say,
wonder if it's in the cropping. I wonder if it's in the cropping spot 'cause I can't
Mm,
differentiate between the two.
okay,
So it might be there.
then you know what? Because I know there's like I think over 100 stuff in the cropping folder. So if you can on the WhatsApp chat, just let Taylor know to prioritize that. In fact, we can do that for today because yeah, we can
that's what
probably
I
get it done
love
today.
to
Yeah.
hear. And that's not why I come to Fanable Fridays. I don't come just to bug you guys, but I do appreciate that you guys are so responsive. And Sergio and Slops and the team behind you guys. If you guys don't know out there, like these guys are really responsive. And for being, as far as customer service is involved, like being so involved on that side, on top of all the development that you're doing and everything else, it's very commendable. The fact that as a company you do soup to nuts basically, right? So that's very uncommon to find. Like you will find tons of companies out there who do zero customer service, right? Like it's a black hole. You have no idea what's going on. So kudos to you guys for helping, chase or do status or all that kind of stuff. I see public posts for people in other projects and other companies to do, goes, what's happened with this? Where is this happening for me in this? And they feel like they had to put them on. I never feel like I ever had to put you guys on public blast for anything, because you guys are so responsive when it comes to the proper channels of customer service. So kudos to you guys. And then I'll say one more time, it's not easy for an outfit of your size to provide that, but you guys absolutely do. So kudos.
Thank you for the kudos, but I do want to say, and I mentioned this earlier, that the last 2 weeks we've kind of have been behind the eight ball, right? So because of the whole holiday stuff, but so we will be catching up with everything, because I know that we've had some tickets that we need to address. And I know Slaps have been communicating with them, so the communication has been there, but give us to like maybe Tuesday of next week till we finally kind of get caught up with everything and respond to everything. I'm sure there's messages out there that we haven't been able to get back to if it's been submitted over the past few days or a week. Like I mentioned earlier, we're behind even in delivering some of the giveaways. But by Tuesday, that's when everything should be caught up, guys, including tickets and everything else.
And by the way, I just want to say one more thing, because I didn't. The post that Millie talked about earlier in the show was 5 days ago, when I tested it with my music in the background and opening the app. As you were talking, I went to the app, just to check, and Spaces did not crash. So that's another example, right? So you guys, put an update in there where you can be on live Spaces on X and probably other places like YouTube or Insta Live or whatever it is, and you can have Fanable function. So that's a huge plus, and I know that will help especially for like box breaks type of shows, that True Media likes to do, and those kind of things. I think that would really serve well the fact that the app doesn't crash at this point, because you do that. So kudos for you guys to implement that over, like you said, a very busy holiday schedule.
Thank you. Yeah, and a lot of people now like to sort of listen to stuff in the background, whether it's music or even YouTube videos, right? I subscribe to the YouTube that premium thing where I don't even get ads, right? And so a lot of the times I'm not watching videos, I'm listening to videos, but I also like to go to different apps, right? So that's, hopefully this is something that'll allow people to be on Fanable while they're simultaneously listening or doing other stuff in the background.
Absolutely. And one thing more is like that also helps generate, possible future social media content as well. Because when people land like a really special like a case that they're about to open or something and they're really excited about it, they can put their own theme song behind them when they're opening it. I think that's kind of allowed by copyright if it's only for like 30 seconds or something. So yeah, there's a lot more that can be done because you have that flexibility built into the app now. So again, that was a great move on your part to go ahead and get that developed and pushed out there.
Thank you. One quick thing I don't want to forget about. So I know the mascot, the Fanable mascot, that whole that whole thing is finalized. So now we do have
Nice.
ownership of the mascot. He's been compensated for that, right?
Shout out
And
Ronnie.
so yeah, Ronnie, he did a really good job with the mascot. So we'll start utilizing it wherever it makes sense to utilize it. But certainly, maybe we'll talk to True Media and see if the fan club, as part of somewhere in the intro, I don't know, somewhere, anywhere that we can start utilizing the mascot. And I know Slaps had mentioned that one possible idea is to do gifts, like a contest so that people can create gifts for it.
Hmm.
So we'll continue to develop that as well.
Oh yeah, mascot
Perfect.
gifts on Discord might be a lot of fun for the people who use Discord, because I know that's very popular to do over there.
Exactly. DOD
Yeah, and
got a
even
hand up. I want to hear from D real quick in case she has to run. D?
I do have a couple questions from some viewers, and also wanted to touch on that we did also see the post on the One Piece. That
Oh
Oh
yes,
yeah, man, I forgot about
that's on
that
the
too.
list too.
Wow, so
Oh,
many
we
things.
actually
So
we do have.
actually,
Yeah, I
hmm,
forgot you don't leave at 1 o'clock anymore, Sergio. So we have a
no,
little bit of time.
1:30. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So with One Piece, we actually already, I believe, is it the Lightning? Which one? I thought I saw. Hang on, let me. There's already a couple of One Piece cards in there. We wanted to sort of experiment with different categories, right, of cards because it's not just Pokemon, right? One Piece is now becoming sort of like the next in line after Pokemon. It used to be Yu-Gi-Oh, and I could be wrong, guys. Look, I don't know as much about cards as probably half the people here, but I know Pokemon has always been sort of the king of that space, right? Followed by Yu-Gi-Oh. I know Magic the Gathering has always been a thing, but they're not really, they don't seem to be sort of as speculative as a culture as Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh and even One Piece collectors. But we do want to include more than just Pokemon cards, right? We want to include other products, including One Piece. And if there's a demand for Yu-Gi-Oh, let us know, right? If someone here is a Yu-Gi-Oh fan and you
Yes.
want us to, you are D. Was that you?
Yeah, I used to watch the show after school, and then it was Pokemon after Yu-Gi-Oh, and then Pokemon.
Oh, there you go. Okay, so then we'll get some. We'll get some Yu-Gi-Oh cards and add that. But I think I'm trying to see because I don't see it. Is it in the base Pokeas that we?
I think it
I
was
don't know.
Lightning.
Slaps. Huh?
I believe it was Lightning.
I mean, it was like okay. Then somebody might have. I think someone pulled it already. Then because I don't see it there anymore. But I know we added it to one of the restocks, unless it was the fire one or something. But let me just see something here. Oh no, it's there. It's in the fire. So if you go to the fire kiosk right now, you will see one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. The eighth card on there piece cards as well. So it's not just Pokemon cards, right? We know that Pokemon is the biggest player in the space, but we also got a V Friend one that got scanned and is ready to go, right? So we'll be adding that to one of the upcoming restocks as well. If you notice, we have a Grail at the Fire Pokeos that it's Population One, right? It's the only PSA 10 of this card that exists. There's no more. So this is why, this is you have a shot at landing the only PSA 10 Pokemon card for this particular one. So if you're in the Fire Pokeos and you want a one of one, essentially the only PSA 10, here's your shot at it.
Whoa,
Yeah,
that's
beautiful.
that's awesome.
Population One, yeah, the only PSA 10 of that card. It's wild.
Oh, shit. D, we'll come back to you for another question from the crowd. We're going to go to Nos Clint, who also had a question, but I asked if he could come up and ask it himself. Nos Clint, are you there? Welcome, my bro.
What's up, Omilli, Sergio, D, John, Sloppy? Happy New Year's, everyone. Hope everyone's
Happy
doing
New
well.
Year. Yes, thank you.
Happy New Year.
Let's go. Yeah. So, my question, Sergio, is for anyone that's keeping any of these sealed, whether it be from the Poke Kiosk or from any of the comic books. I don't know if this question was ever asked before, but if we keep it sealed, and let's just say the chase gets hit while we keep it sealed, does our seal change with the updated if they do a buyback on it, or
It
does
does
it?
not.
Okay,
It does not
gotcha.
change. So whatever's in once you make the purchase, whatever's in that sealed car, in that sealed pack, will always be what's pulled. Like it doesn't change randomly. Once you lock in the purchase, that's when the card is attributed to a particular pack, and it never changes. It's always that. And just so you understand, that affects market dynamics. If you notice, if you go back to our drops, some of those mystery cases that are unopened because the chase is still out there, they're very, very high. People are selling and buying those for a very high rate because the chase hadn't been pulled. So it's got to be one of those sealed ones, right? Now, with this, it works different, right? Because when we did drops, it was a limited amount. we don't do drops right now as of this moment. That's something that we plan on bringing back. We hope that we by now would have done at least a couple of drops, but it's been crazy as it is. Even if you remember, we delayed the Poke Kiosk launch because things weren't where they needed to be. But we will be coming back to doing drops again. With drops, it made more sense because they were limited. You knew exactly what was there, right? You knew if the chase hadn't been pulled and there were 5 sealed mystery cases, you know one of those sealed cases contained the Grail, right? With these packs, it's per restock, right? So once we need to do a new restock, that's when the available cards are attributed, right? But yeah, in theory, if the chase hadn't been pulled yet, which shouldn't happen because we only restock when the grails are pulled, right? Once the grails are pulled, that's our cue to say, okay, let's restock, right?
Awesome. Thank you for answering the question.
Cool. Did that answer it?
Yeah, totally. Thank
Okay,
you very
cool,
much.
cool. Hmm.
And I just got to give my guy Nosklin a quick shout out here. Nosklin was part of the VV Whatnot stream. And Nosklin, can you tell us what your amazing luck
Ooh.
got you? I need the
What,
people
babe? I
to
gotta
know.
go. God, my wife's calling me,
I want
guys.
to hear. I
Catch
want
ya.
to hear. Tell us.
Yeah, why are you doing
Wait,
that?
what
Oh,
happened?
no, he rugged us. I don't know why he did that.
Oh, can you
He
say what
he
it is?
he won. Like, I didn't want to not do it justice, but people are gonna be shocked, especially if you're a One Piece fan. He won like a special One Piece fig pin thing that comes with a card. It's a product that's not even out yet. It's like this thing they
What?
Max and Janie like opened this box. Okay, now he wants to come back, this piece of shit. Let me bring him back because I need people to understand how
I want
cool
to
this
hear
was.
this.
Yeah, Nasca, what are you
So
doing?
this was
We're
a
giving you
VV Whatnot
props.
stream, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
Nasca, we're giving you props. I'm not trying to steal your giveaway or something.
No, I know. I'm just kidding with you. I just wanted to rug Omilli for the new year.
Oh, are you the first official rug? Did you just minted Omility's first rug for 2026?
His FE, the FA already
Edition number
happened
one.
by someone CB rugged me the other day. But
FE.
Nasclin, please, because I know people in here as collectors are gonna love this story. So can you tell them what you won?
Yeah. So on the VV Whatnot a couple days ago, they had it was a New York Comic Con exclusive. It's a product that's not technically out to the public yet, but it was a fig pin fusion pin or a fig pin fusion. It's a card and a pin. I don't know the exact details yet because I don't have it. But from when I did the research, it was at a New York Comic Con 150 exclusive. It's for any One Piece fans. It's a Gear 5 Luffy, and I'm super into One Piece. So they did the giveaway for one. I entered it and I won. And then since I won the second one, usually when I'm on Whatnot, I usually have the kids with me. So I go, hey, do you want to do a giveaway? And then I usually give the phone to them, and kind of like how in VV I let the kids go for drops on my account. So they entered the giveaway, and I got the second one as well too because they gave away a second one. Um, and it happens from hosting Whatnot shows. I've given multiple giveaways to one person, and there's no way to gamify it. I promise. I know how it
I don't
feels,
know, man.
but I
This may
got the
not be
two.
a rug, but it sounds rigged. I'm just messing. I'm messing with you, man. I'm totally messing with you.
No, you're good. You're good. I've been on the end too about calling it rigged, but it was crazy luck because I think it was like one out of 50, 60 people that entered. So yeah, I mean, it was definitely a blessing. Thanks to Max and Janie and Vivi for the Whatnot show for sure.
Yeah, man. Really happy
Wow!
for you, Nas. That
Congrats.
was super dope. And yeah, so those fusion things are not released yet, like publicly, but they will in a few months. So we will probably have some shows around that as well, so we can get the fam more involved, man. But yeah, I just had to give a quick shout out to Nas for that.
Appreciate you, bro.
That's
Yeah, man.
amazing.
Okay, I hope everyone had their chance to join the giveaway. At the bottom, I'm going to run it just now. D, did you have another question from the crowd you wanted to ask?
Yeah, so One question is, let me just pull it up here. So this from a listener. They say, I remember hearing a while ago that you might make a higher price kiosk in the future, something like $1,000 kiosk. Is that still the plan? And if so,
It still is, yeah.
okay. Do you have an estimation on when that will happen?
I would say likely, just considering everything that we're working on right now and just what we're able to do, right? Probably in around 2 to 3 months is when we can do that. Yeah, because we're just making sure that we're good with the pole kiosk that we have. We're working on the kitchen sink limited edition pole kiosk as well. And then that'll be something that we work later on with. But no, it definitely is a need because there are collectors that just have a need to participate on a different level or scale or whatever, right? Um, and we see that it's working really well on other platforms, right? And we want to make sure that we're addressing the needs of those collectors as well. So we obviously started at the $15 level, right? Because we want it to be accessible, but we definitely have to move up to a higher premium product.
And actually, kudos to you for addressing that in the announcements in the Discord. Because some people were like, "Oh, why do I see CGC slabs? I don't like CGC slabs." And you're like, "Hey, if you want it at the $15 price point, you're gonna get CGC slabs, right? You're gonna see the PSA goodies once you get bigger." And the newsmakers are like thousands of dollars worth PSA slabs, right? And so those will come out of, like you said, like a $1,000 kiosk versus something, even of a 250 nature, right? It just wouldn't be, it wouldn't make sense cost wise for you guys to offer like a 5,000
A
on the regular,
$50,000
yeah,
car.
right, for from a $250 kiosk. So it totally makes sense that you gotta, do what you gotta do to set that up, and if it takes a while to, get that up and running, so be it. But don't forget that, a lot of that is kind of like an eye catcher, window dressing to bring them in. And when you see influencers doing that on socials, it's not like they're pulling that trigger every other second, right? It might be like, okay, we're going to do this one time for the one time. We're going to put eyeballs on it. We're going to get attention because we actually pulled it because it's crazy, so high it is. But you know what I mean? So yeah, like probably, people are going to be more comfortable living in their sweet spot, right? And so $1,000 isn't a sweet spot for many people out there. So totally get why you're like, okay, let me set this up right. So then when people put their money down, they're going to be fully expecting to be wowed, right? So yeah, like I totally understand.
Oh, absolutely. Because even the fire pole kiosk, right? It kind of has a ceiling of around $5,000 for the grail, right? In order for us to raise the value of beyond $5,000 for any grill that we can include in the fire one, we'd have to expand the supply significantly, right? We'd have to do, I would, about at least 350 to 400 items in the fire pole kiosk if we want to increase the price point for the grail there, right? So the price point and the supply is what determines what type of grails we can include in any given products, right? So when you look at the $20,000 Amazing Fantasy 15 comic, right? We can't stock that legendary kiosk with just 200 or 250 items because the math doesn't work out, right? I mean, essentially, we would lose no matter what, even if it sells out completely, right? So we have to bring that up. I think if you noticed last time, I believe we put 350 because that was just enough to kind of make it work, right? In the past we kind of looked at it as more of like a marketing expense type of thing, but it has to be sustainable. So for, let's say, that $20,000 Amazing Fantasy 15 grail to be on there for the legendary kiosk, you have the sweet spot is 350 to 400 items. Otherwise it just, right, it just is not financially prudent to do so. So same thing for the fire pole kiosk. Right now, with the type of supply we're putting in there, the ceiling is 5,000, right? So if we want to move up to those 20, 30, 40, $50,000 grails that are in the Pokemon world, we have to increase the entry point, right? For it
Totally
to
makes
make
sense. You're not
sense.
going to see any 10 grand Poncho Pikachu's anytime soon until you get the kiosks up to more like the 1 grand category. Totally understand.
Or we increase the supply for the fire Pokia, so we could pull it off, but we need more supply to pull it off, right? So if you notice, the Mario Pikachu in the God pack is not because there's two Mario Pikachus. There's one that the PSA 10 is like 14,000 right? And then there's a different variant, Mario Pikachu, where the PSA 10 is about 5,000, 5,500. That's the one that we put in the Fire Pokeos because we just couldn't put the other Mario Pikachu in there because that one's like 13 grand, and there's no way we can put that in there.
It totally makes sense.
Hmm.
Nas Clint?
Yeah, I was just curious on the how you guys get the cards for the kiosk. Is it are you guys buying? Do you guys have someone buying the cards, or are you guys getting donated the cards, or is there
Donated, I wish. Please
Yeah,
donate.
donated.
Hey, send it in. You know, that's another way we can reduce the price point, right? Donate the cards and then we don't have an expense and we'll reduce the we'll reduce the price. But no, we buy. I mean, look, one way is we buy directly from our like Dan, right? He submitted a bunch of comics, right? We buy it from him and a few other collectors that send in their stuff, and we buy them from them directly. But we also go out and acquire from different places, including eBay, right? So sometimes eBay just offers the best price point for us because we'll go out and see, all right, where can we get this card from? And oftentimes that's the way that we're able to get those cards, right? We can get them from there and different places.
awesome? Well, I for the new year, I'm going to be submitting some VFriends cards for grading here in a lump sum, so I have a ton. And also too, will you guys be putting a bid on a Logan Paul's Illustrator Pikachu? Because that would be a great way to do the highest tier.
Man, it's only $5 million, you know. Yeah, of course, why not, right?
You
Nah,
mean his
I
PSA
wish.
9 illustrator? That's definitely a 9.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
I
don't even
heard,
think it's
right?
a 9.
That's wild. Because did he personally go to like PSA or something to get it increased to a PSA
He,
10? Is that the story?
he bought a 9 and then cracked it and resubmitted it to PSA.
Like five
And
times.
oh, okay. So it just so happens that he got lucky and got a PSA 10.
Quote unquote
That's
lucky.
sus. Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's sus.
Yikes! 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 Okay, D, did you have any other questions?
Just one more, and I think
Hmm.
the answer is soon. But I have a viewer asking when a secret kiosk.
Oh yeah, we do need the secret
Okay,
kiosk
let's do
back.
this. I can commit to definitely next week. Next week for sure. 100%. Yeah.
Let's go. We do love this secret kiosk.
Yeah, we can definitely do that next week.
Oh, and then I know Discord asked this a lot, but I guess since maybe more uncommon here to hear the question, which is if someone wants to have a card or comic sent to them, but they live overseas, they currently can't do that. Is that correct? And is there any
Mm,
timeline on when that will be able to be an option for them?
Great question. So, any redemptions are limited to the United States. We have been talking to Brains. At first, it looked like it was going to be an easy thing, but it wasn't so easy. It's not that it's not doable. It is very doable. But that's so after Apple Pay and Google Pay integration, that's next in line in terms of our top priorities, right? We're also working on the auctions feature. I met with the designer, Andy, on Monday, I think it was, or Tuesday of this week. And auctions will be sort of um, a very prominently featured functionality on the app. In fact, the way it'll work is the very first thing you see on the home page, on those rows where you see like recently sold or recently listed, you'll see auctions on there at the very top, right? But back to your, yeah, the global redemptions. Gosh, I hate to put some kind of timeline, but hopefully, knock on wood, by the end of this month, it should be enabled, right? But that is a top priority. After Google Pay and Apple Pay integration, which should be happening in the next week or so, that integration.
I do have to say, using that would be great, especially for people who need to move quickly. I know I use an iPhone, so an Apple Pay is a very quick way to pay. And so if you're on the
I
go,
can't believe that this wasn't already.
that it's not already in there, right?
Yeah, it's one of
Mhm.
those things that it's like, how is this not even a thing yet, right? When
Yeah.
anything I use Apple Pay for the most part, right? And for Fanable not to have that, it's kind of crazy. But it's coming up, and hopefully within a week or so, it should be enabled, and it'll launch simultaneously with the new purchase screen interface. It'll just be all on one page rather than 4 or 5 different pages.
I mean, and I hate to bring up the past or anything, but one of the killer applications for Vivi early on was the fact that they had Apple Pay and Google Pay like set up so they could just get their gems and then just participate and drop very user interface friendly, right? And it really helped with adoption for people who were used to just like, buying things online on Walmart.com or Amazon.com or whatever it is, right? So and it would have that same kind of ease of onboarding, and yeah, I think that would be very welcome as an alternative.
Yeah, some of these things is kind of like, yeah, it's like, how in the world have we gone this long and not have that on there? Same thing with the push notifications, right? Like, how is it that when we do restocks, so we want to make an announcement, that we don't even have that ability to do that and push that information out to you directly on the app, right? So that'll be coming. Those two things will be coming up in the next app release: the Apple Pay, Google Pay, and the push notifications from us. Not the ones that you currently get from other users, but announcements will be made directly on the app by us. We're going to start with restarts, but pretty much anything that's important, including, that secret kiosk, right? That's something that we can say, all right, we'll push it, we'll do the push notifications on the app. That way they get like a 15, 20-minute sort of advance notice before we push it out to social media, right? But yeah, those things are all coming. And yeah, bear with us.
Freaking love it. All right, we got to close just now, so we are going to do the winners. I've already sent them to you, Sergio. I will read them
Perfect.
out now. We got some new members joining us on the beautiful Fanable app. We've got the dude, and a bunch of
The
numbers there.
dude
His
from
name.
the big Lebowski movie. What is it? What is it called?
I don't think that's it.
Okay.
Just another the dude. We got Nido or Nido God. We've got Johncito, and we've got
Joncito, not Jan, our Jan, but
no,
the Spanish version, the
unless he
Latino
unless
version.
unless he made a second account.
That is not one of the John bots. I'm sorry.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not like
imagine
Majin
your
G says
imagine your
Majin has
burner
like all
account.
these variants out there.
If John was like, yes, I am Johncito. We're like, John, that's you.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I had to
So
use
we
AI
got
for the accent. That's right.
A John variant.
Oh my gosh. Okay, we had Johncito, and the winner for typing in the comment box, hashtag Fanable Fridays, is Mailman Ant. Mailman Ant. And
Mailman
I
and.
did make sure they were in here. That's Anthony Orlando, is in the crowd there.
Oh, Yeah, he's got that VV collectible. What is it?
Yes. Oh crap! I always forget
What
the
do you
name.
call that animal again? I don't know, that bird thing. I'm sorry, I
Yeah.
don't know right now. But yeah.
We know what you mean.
That's
Those
one
are
of the
It's
for
that decon
original
vulture or something.
decon.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. The decon. That was, I think, one of the very first decon drops, right? Like at
yeah,
least like
yeah,
3-4 years ago.
yeah. It
Yeah,
was.
yeah.
And I
That's when you know that's a true fan.
there's a few people in YouTube that were trying to enter the hashtag Tusa. We the
Oh,
space on
Omilli.
so
wait.
uh,
I couldn't have known that, Sergio.
Okay.
no
We
Let,
forgot
let's
about
do this.
them.
we put the
Let's do this.
YouTube so
Let's do this. For
they clicked it and entered because we told them where to go.
Oh, they did
okay,
come and click it.
or
I
just
don't
want to throw
know.
this out
We
there
put the
really
link.
quick.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what we can do, right? So the one for this one, right? That's a $49 Lightning kiosk pack that they'll get. But if you want to do one for the YouTuber people, we can do that base $15 pack just because we didn't really plan this out. So for those that did it on YouTube, they can get a $15 base pack, as whoever wins. And D, maybe you pick the winner. I don't know, but let us know. Send it to Slaps. We'll add it to the spreadsheet and we'll include it in the airdrops.
Have them do a 3 duck race.
Oh
Duck
yeah, maybe, I don't know.
race?
Figure it out. Whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do. And by the way, Omilli,
Yep, we're here.
I love that PFP you have for on X here. So
Oh, nice.
man, I can't wait. Yeah, I hope that is there for a while.
Yeah.
And you're not gonna charge us extra for that, right?
No,
That's not
no.
okay. Okay, all right. Okay, all right.
Yeah,
Okay,
this guy
fair
is
enough.
funny. Shout out to my brother Matthews. He couldn't come up, but he wanted me to say, tell Sergio thank you very much, and he's making sure my slab the slab that broke is going to be replaced.
Yes, yes. So really quick, because actually I have to jump to the team call like in
Yes.
30 seconds here. But right, a slab that he redeemed arrived broken. It was like
Mhm.
cracked, right? And so we're sending him a new one of the same comic and also letting him keep the cracked one. Right? Yeah.
Wow.
Hmm.
Oh, that's fantastic, man.
And with that, guys, I do have to jump off.
That's it.
Thank you. Love your PFP, man. Hopefully you can keep it there for a while. It looks so good on you.
Yeah,
Looks so good on you.
I see
All
what's
right.
going on. That's like peer pressure when you're 15 and your
Don't it
friends
look
like.
good, Slaps? D, help me out. It looks great. It's the best PFP I've ever seen you have. The best
It should
one.
stay forever.
Yes, exactly. I love
Oh
this
my
one.
gosh. Okay,
Better than
D.
the Omi Obama one that you've had, okay?
Yeah.
This one looks way better on you.
This one
Okay?
does look better. This one does look
Yeah.
better.
Peace
All
out,
right,
guys. Do your
get out of
thing.
here, man. D, I don't know if you're gonna close out there already. I'm gonna play a song to close us out.